Okay, good morning. My name is Ajafosia Sapon. I'm a student of the University of Ghana Business School with the Department of Organization and Human Resource Management. My proposal is going to explore factors affecting management roles of women in the manufacturing industry in Ghana. For this presentation, we are going to look at the research background, research problem, research purpose and objectives, research questions, proposed research methodology, significance of the study, the lessons learned when I was writing this proposal, and then references. Research background. Okay, engaging women at the top level management role in both public and private companies have become increasingly interesting over the years. People have actually taken an interest to that. Top level management is the level where employees have control and oversee the company, according to Stanley and Caroline 2016. At the top management levels, roles include the board of directors, the president, the CEO, and vice president of the company, among others. It is an enormous role because a substantial amount of experience across a wide variety of functions is needed. It is mostly a stressful role which has high influence within the organization. At top level management, the manager has to be a powerful communicator with a strong sense of accountability, confidence, integrity, and be comfortable with risk. At top level management, it comes with a lot of responsibilities as other employees look up to you. The world has produced major women leaders. This will include Theresa May, who is the ex-prime minister in the UK. She's the head of the Conservative Party since 2016. We can also look at Haida Hain, who is the 8th president of Marshall Island. She is one of the 3 women of the country's legislature and 7 the country's judicial system. She was also the Minister of Education in the past. When we come to Ghana, we can talk about Justice Sophia Ekufu, who was the second Chief Justice. She was the head of the Supreme Court and ensured that justice is respected in the country. We can also talk about Charlotte Osei, the former electoral commissioner, who also oversaw Ghana's election that brought President Nana Akufo-Addo into power in the 4th Republic. We can also talk about Eleanor Roosevelt, who was the first lady to an American president. She's said to have opened doors dramatically for women leadership. In Ghana, as in many other countries, very few women hold leadership positions, a very small percentage. In Ghana, as of 2017, 13.5% women were in parliament. This tells you that a lot of people in parliament, or a lot of people in the parliament, is mostly made up of men. So here we can say that women are rarely appointed to more powerful decision-making policies that are associated with notions of masculinity. as goals and oath said in 2017. So, my research problem. So effort has been put into studying factors that affect women in top management roles over the years. Example, Adai, researchers such as Adai, Oforiba, et al. Looked at how gender differences influence attitude towards women in managerial positions using data from the University of Ghana. Also, Chidi and Gade Beku sought to gain insights in the impact of international conventions and local laws on gender equality, inclusion and non-discrimination of women at top level management in Ghana, with data collected from organizations in the Greater Accra Region. Also, when we go to Kenya, Balmo analyzed factors contributing to underrepresentation of female teachers in headship positions. Wine and Coral also documented how stereotypes discourage young women from choosing and attaining technology jobs. Women are known for their immense contribution to socio-economic and cultural development. Here, women are primary caretakers of children and the elders in the country, and then from international studies done, it shows that women take the lead in helping the family to adjust to new realities and genders. In society, women are not treated well as gender inequality is still dominant. Here, women have less resources than men do in Ghana. Women make up about 66.9%, with only about 13.5% holding leadership roles. Okay, so over the years, the UN has bridged the gap on gender inequality and elimination of discrimination against women, but little has been done to reach that goal. Although right now, more women are, or more girls are going to school, and then fewer girls are in forced marriages. Despite all these gains, discriminatory laws and social norms still remain prevalent. Women continue to be underrepresented at all levels in the leadership ladder. So it must be understood that equal opportunity involves equal treatment of all at the workplace, including issues of remuneration and benefits. Women still remain to be implementers of decisions made by men, as Balmore has said in 2013. In Ghana, the constitution, under the constitution, women are given equal rights, yet there are still discrepancies in education, employment, and health for women. Is still prevalent. All these problems are still prevalent, although there are laws to curb these inequality issues. So from my research problem, it can be seen that very less has been discussed in literature. There's very little evidence about this issue. Also, studies have not focused in the manufacturing industry. And all these factors, when we don't understand them properly, can create an amount of uncertainty to ignite women's doubts about their ability and sense of belonging. My research purpose is to explore the factors affecting management roles of women in the manufacturing industry in Ghana. My objectives are: 1, to identify factors that influence management roles of women in the manufacturing industry of Ghana, and 2, to examine how demographic factors contribute to constrain or improve management roles of women in the manufacturing industry of Ghana. When I talk about demographic factors, I'm talking about how race, age, income, marital status, educational achievements all contribute to either bring about a constraint or improvement of the management roles of women in manufacturing industry in Ghana. The purpose of this study is to explore these factors or factors affecting management roles of women in the manufacturing industry in Ghana. My objectives are: 1, to identify factors that influence management roles of women in the manufacturing industry of Ghana, and 2, to examine how demographic factors contribute to constrain or improve management roles of women in the manufacturing industry in Ghana. My research questions will be: what factors influence management roles of women in the manufacturing industry of Ghana, and 2, how do demographic factors contribute to constrain or improve management roles of women in the manufacturing industry of Ghana. Proposed methodology. So in this proposal, the study I'm going to use or adopt is the qualitative research approach. I'm using this approach because I want to explore and understand the meaning individuals or groups ascribe to social or a human problem. And in this study, I'm going to interview 30 participants in top management position in companies in the Greater Accra Region. I'm going to use a purposive sampling technique to deploy experience to select the sample based on my judgment about some appropriate characteristics required of the sample. This will give me an in-depth investigation as to which topics are often difficult to reach. The data will include primary and secondary data. The primary data will be based on answers solicited through face-to-face interviews with the participants, and then the secondary data will be collected through observations and reports from these organizations where the participants work or are employed. Okay, so information I obtained from the field will be transcribed into Microsoft Word after each interview. So I'm not going to wait and get all before I put them into Word. Once I finish with the interview, I go ahead and input the data I got into Microsoft Word. The data will be coded into themes based on similar words and phrases mentioned by the participants. Okay, so content analysis will be made into themes to categorize into patterns, and a generalization and conclusions will be made from these themes about social phenomena to be ahead and then interpreted in the light of extant literature. Okay, Significance of study. So my research is being done to fill a gap first, because the study is intended to explore factors that facilitate or constrain women to participate in leadership and management roles in pursuit of scrutinizing the issue of underrepresentation of women in the manufacturing industry. Also, the findings will be used as a basis of future research. So this research will form a basis. So other researchers can use it as a stepping stone to further or build upon and make another research of their own. Okay, so we're going to provide, from this research, there's going to be a provision for in-depth information on issues affecting women in top management positions in Ghana, and also create an awareness of the impact of various regulations, and we will suggest other measures which could also help facilitate equality amongst all sexes. We'll also look at how culture has an effect on top management position in Ghana. Example, the culture of a woman, where she's coming from, what's in her culture, what are the do's, what are the don'ts, how it affects top management positions. Also, the study would set the stage for an open discourse on social, economic, political, and academic platforms on issues concerning the exclusion of women in top management positions and its implications. Okay, lessons learned. From writing this proposal, I've learned to stick to deadlines. I've actually learned how to prioritize my tasks and work little and often, and not wait and pile up my work in last minute in a rush to do. No, I've learned how to work little, oftentimes, to get things done quickly and have no excuse mentality. If I have to do this, I have to do it. I don't bring up excuses. Also, I've learned how to summarize the documents and make it easy for a reader to consume. As a researcher, you have to put things down. You have to write your research in such a way that when another researcher or when another random person picks it up, they know what you're trying to say. They know what you are trying to put across the table for them to understand and make it easy for them to consume. I've also learned not to depend on a single resource or limited resource for all answers. As a researcher, I have to plan. I have to look at a wide range of journals, books, articles concerning the topic I've picked out. I have to look at what other researchers have said about the topic so that I can build upon it, so I can understand what I'm doing and not just get an article and because I think it has something of what I'm talking about, I just use that. No, I have to pick it from a wide range. I have to look at other materials and not limit myself to just one or two articles or resource for a proposal or for my research. Okay, so these are some of the references I used to put up my proposal. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching.